Hello, and welcome to the Ideal Forever Partner Magnet podcast, the show where we explore the infinite benefits of creating the relationship of a lifetime, attracting our ideal forever partner like a magnet, and living our best life as the highest and best version of ourselves.
I'm your host, Arell, Holloway, results coach, fitness expert, former real estate investor, and founder of UTAIY, Unveiling the Angel in You, and also the World Impact Compound Movement. This podcast is for high achievers and romantics that never learned the art of love relationships. That was me. Anyone wanting to improve their relationship with receiving, having, and giving unconditional love. And couples who want to strengthen their existing relationship and take it to an even greater level. So why the term ideal forever partner, or IF? Why not call it spouse, soulmate, true love match, our person, or the one? Those terms don't officially define and match our avatar. We design to mirror our IFP, but more on that later. Here's why the name Ideal Forever Partner is the best match. Ideal describes perfect for us. Forever crystallizes that we are committed and all in. Partner indicates collaboration, not domination. The terms spouse, soulmate, true love match, our person, or the one include but don't fully define our goal, which is an epic, unconditionally warm and loving relationship of a lifetime. Humanity is experiencing a loneliness epidemic. The greatest change we make in ourselves in a lifetime is through committing with our IFP, or Ideal Forever Partner. The biggest impact I can make in someone's life is teach you how to manifest your IFP. So with this podcast, I'm dedicated to helping souls around the world wake up to who you really are and what you really want in life, helping you on your path of learning about unconditional love by creating significant, epic relationships that generate happy memories. Stay tuned because you won't want to miss the game-changing advice we're about to share on this awesome journey.
Ariel's golden nugget.
To be what you've never been, you have to do what you've never done. Today's topic, what it takes to get through a devastating breakup and why others are telling you the opposite of what really works. I remember, seeing one of my best friends going through a devastating heartbreak. It was powerful because I saw myself once removed what I had gone through in my past. See, James was head over heels with Rhonda. She was everything he ever hoped in a girl, or so he thought. There was one big problem. Rhonda didn't love him in the same way he loved her. She was another me. Couldn't allow herself to fall for real and always looking out for the best other thing. This was an internal flaw of mine and frustrating in a different way to watch in someone else. Rhonda was beautiful, and when she allowed the real Rhonda to step forward and to laugh out loud, it was like hearing angels sing. It's like that when any of us show our true heart. Angel and Rhonda, who James fell hard for. After months of frustrating attempts at a relationship and moving in together, things changed. And he ended up on my sofa, moping around and skulking the hall, a much faded version of his own awesome self. This went on for months. Fortunately, James is the kind of person that it may take him a minute to work through something, but he's like a new pocket truck. He's always working. When I helped him see that finding his ideal forever partner, which was what he desired more than anything, was something he had to learn to do by letting go of everything he was taught by generations of family who didn't know how to have relationships. Not the best role models. Quick note. I want to give James a huge credit here. So many men withdraw at this point and shy away from relationship to never return to the dating world and to resign to live their lives alone, lonely, and in a spiraling down hopeless. America is in the midst of this tragic loneliness. So where was I? I was giving James credit for holding his vision on his ideal forever partner. Despite of all the hurt and anguish he was going through, his forever person was an integral part of his life that he felt had to be a part of his life. I helped James reprogram his thinking about relationships. You see, I'd been through this and more. which promoted me to seek out a spiritual mentor and retrain my program to make my life align with my dreams and goals. Now she was teaching James through me and everything I learned. I got that James had a fundamental flaw in his relationship programming. One of the most important things to do when you decide that you want to manifest your IFP is to design your ideal forever partner avatar, a lookalike of what you want in your IFP. We did this with James, and I noticed that he transformed that avatar into who he wanted it to be instead of what kind of person he wanted to spend his life with. It made this whole process for him an obsession. Imagine running a company and knowing that you have to hire an implementer that had skills A through J. When you write this advertisement to attract this candidate, then you design it specifically what their purpose should be, namely with skills A through J. Imagine something going wrong here and him seeing Jessica Alba in a movie portraying implementer. Now imagine that you switched your ideal implementer avatar out mentally with Jessica Alba. What do you think the likelihood is that you can hire Jessica Alba as your implementer in your company? You have lost your objectivity here, which was to find the best person that fits your company's position. By switching your objective from what you want to who you want, you now created an impossible situation which became an obsession for you to make it work, and you lost sight of what you really needed in the first place, the best implementer for your company with skills A through J. Weird example, but I think it drives the point home. James heard me when I first shared this and why it couldn't work. After a while, he even listened on a deeper level until he was tired of feeling crappy and decided to continue pursuing his passions. He decided that on his path, on his passion, surely his IFP will be drawn to him. And he was right. One of his events he held, a lovely lady named Melanie attended and seemed immediately intrigued and magnetized to him. After several weeks, they met with one another and shared ideas and their life stories up to that point. Several months later, they began dating and caring for one another. Today, they're married and both living their passion, building an eco-friendly, self-sustaining spiritual village in Costa Rica. They also have a baby and are writing their stories exactly how they want to live their lives. If this life is an eco-friendly, self-sustaining spiritual village resonates with you, then check them out at earthwaking.com. Remember to stay focused on what you want instead of who you want and avoid the obsession. So how does this work in current relationships? Surely we should be staying focused on who we want, which is our spouse, right? Wrong. Kind of. Let me explain. So often when our relationships progress, do we change our focus off of what we want and onto who we want? This puts an enormous responsibility onto the person to be the person you want. Worse, your person now has to become the statue or pillar for you, and that doesn't invite nor allow growth, change, and develop. So it stagnates the other person and stops them in their development tracks right then and there. I don't have to tell you that relationships are about evolution. Once a relationship can no longer change, then it stops growing. When something stops growing, then it starts dying. There is a ray of sunshine in all of this that we haven't focused on yet. When we get to know our IFP, then that person likely becomes our favorite person. Here is the distinction that saves the world. Let me see if I can verbalize it for you in order to clarify its extraordinary significance. When we're so in love with our favorite person, it is easy to step over that line over to obsession. I hope I don't have to tell you that obsession is not a great realm to enter. It leaves you and reason behind and goes full steam at your target. What does it feel like to be obsessed over? Well, you might think that it's a good feeling, but it's actually not. Worse, it takes us out of love and into an energy of unfulfillable yuck. So, be fully transparent and truthful with you. I prefer not to take this any farther. This is a dark road I promised myself to never visit again, even in memory. Why? Because with the exception of making sure I don't return there, not a valuable place to explore. I'm going to make this easy for you, hopefully. We don't have to go into hell to know that it sucks, right? All we really have to know about obsession is that it moves us out of love and into an unfulfilling need that can never be quenched as long as we stay there. In addition, it leads to possession. Since our relationship with our IFP is all about love, then it should be enough to say that obsession requires us to leave love and go into hell. If that's not good enough for you, and you feel like you have to learn about the hell, then you have that right. It's just not something I can coach you on, nor give you a tour. Though I make my life about helping souls attract their IFP like a magnet and living their best life. For those of you that want this, I'm your guy. So don't give up. Don't stop loving. Don't give up hope. Don't stop believing. If you already have, then stay listening here, because I'll have enough love, hope, and belief for you to borrow. And until you build up your own love, hope, and belief muscle on your path to living your best life. Let me ask you a question.
Are you ready to be the ideal forever partner that will attract your high-level IFP like a magnet? Find out how ready you are if your IFP was standing in front of you right now. Take the IFP Magnet Scorecard quiz now and answer this quick 2-minute quiz, and we'll send you a personalized report, plus a complimentary PDF on how ready you are if your IFP was standing in front of you right now. Go to www.score.arell.vision. Score.arell.vision.
Usually at this time, I would go into the affirmation and declarations meditation, but that has its own time slot now, every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you for sharing this part of your morning with me. I'm grateful that you did, and I hope that you are more self-aware and evolved since we started 30 or so minutes ago. If you can shift in this short of a time, imagine what you can accomplish in a whole day, 1 month, 1 year, etc. In our affirmations and declarations meditation portion, now on Sundays, we used breathing techniques enabled us to move through realms of past, future, and bring us back and keep us in the present. Within the breathing techniques, you also were able to affect your blood flow and pressure, as well as your heartbeat, at your will. If you can affect your body's organ functions at your will, imagine what else you're capable of doing with specific training. We're infinite beings with infinite possibilities. And that's the truth. Have a beautiful day and recall this experience throughout your day. Remember that you can influence your body and your mind, your body's and your mind's function, and change how you feel. You also learn to move through past, future, and present realms at will. These are a lot of abilities that don't even scratch the surface of our human abilities. All it takes is taking charge. Chats.
If you've enjoyed today's episode, please rate, review, and subscribe to the Ideal Forever Partner Magnet podcast. Your support helps us reach more souls in search of their unconditional true love. Check us out everywhere podcasts. Remember, you have the power to create heaven on earth through unconditional love. This is your life, no one else's. Grasp the courage to strive for the highest and best version of you